And we realize that that is too positive to be true, because we live in a real world. Somebody can be sick and so on. And therefore the compromise, or the consensus rather, that we've reached is I will work with the Minister of Justice just to effect an amendment there to say maybe 3 out of 5 can constitute a quorum. But to do that, you need the certification of the Attorney General.
Thank you. I think that is very clear. In the absence of that explanation, I was totally in the dark. So I have to follow the system.
Yeah.
Now we refer the matter to Thursday.
Okay.
We pick it up from there, and I don't need to go through the formalities.
That's fine. Yeah.
So agreed?
Yes.
Thank you. The first notice of a motion is the one of the Minister of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation. Does the Honourable Minister of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation move the motion? Oh. The Honourable Minister, the Minister are not in the House. So that... Oh yeah, yes please. Who seconded the motion? Thank you. Any objection? None? Agreed to? Deputy Minister, you have the floor.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I've taken the floor to move for the approval of the appointment of the members of the 8th Employment Equity Commission. The Employment Equity Commission, EEC, is established as a supervisory body in accordance with Section 3 of the Affirmative Action Act 29 of 1998. The Act seeks to ensure that persons in designated groups, women, the previously racially disadvantaged, and persons with disabilities are equitably represented at all levels of employment. Overall, the purpose of the Act is to achieve equality of opportunity in employment and to eliminate employment barriers against persons in designated groups, so that persons should be denied an employment opportunity for reasons unrelated to their ability to perform. Furthermore, the Act seeks to ensure progress towards a more diverse and representative workforce that is reflective of the demographics of Namibia at all occupation levels. The Employment Equity Commission is a tripartite body, and the work done by the Commission as the exercise oversight of the implementation of affirmative action in employment is very crucial. In terms of office of the members of the 7th Employment Equity Commission will ended on the 31st of October 2024, and the new members of the Commission will have to be appointed. Section 6 subsection 1 of the Affirmative Action Act 1998, Act number 29 of 1998, provides that the Commission shall comprise the following members appointed by the Minister with approval of the National Assembly. The Commissioner, who shall be the Chairperson, Advocate O'Neill Podolwitz, was recently appointed for 5 years by the National Assembly, effective from April 2024. 4 persons who shall represent the interests of the state, 2 persons selected by the Minister from persons nominated by registered trade unions in accordance with the provisions of subsection 2. 2 persons selected by the Minister from persons nominated by registered employers organizations in accordance with provision of subsection 2. 2 persons who, in the opinion of the Minister, represent the interests of the designated group referred to in section 18, subsection 1, paragraph A, and who are suitably qualified, having regard to the function of the Commission. 2 persons, of whom 1 shall be a woman, who in the opinion of the minister represent the interests of the designated group referred to in section 18 subsection 1 paragraph B, and who are suitably qualified having regard to the functions of the commission, and 2 persons who in the opinion of the minister represent the interests of the designated group referred to in section 18 subsection 1 paragraph C, and who are suitably qualified having regard to the function of the commission. Section 7 subsection 2 of the Act provides that subject to subsection 3, a member of the commission referred to in subsection 6 paragraph 1, subsection 1 paragraph B, C, D, E, F, and G shall hold office for a period of 3 years, but shall at the expiration of such period of office be eligible to be reappointed as a member of the commission. We have consulted in terms of section 6 of the Affirmative Action Act 29 of 1998 with the relevant stakeholders on the identification of the suitable men and women who should form the 8th Employment Equity Commission. The minister has decided, after consulting with Cabinet, to approach the National Assembly to approve the appointment of the following members of the 8th Employment Equity Commission for the period of 1 November 2024 to 31st October 2027. However, due to the inability of the National Assembly to attend to this agenda item, we had no other alternative but to extend the term of office of the 7th Employment Equity Commission from 1st November 2024 until the 5th of February 2025, or until such time during the commencement of 2025 when the National Assembly confirms the appointment of the 18th Employment Equity Commission. I wish to table the approval of the appointment of the below mentioned persons in the National Assembly as members of the Employment Equity Commission for a period of 3 years commencing from 1st March 2025 to 29 February 2028. Members are as follows: Mr. Dion Scott, Mr. Rauha Ufiku, Ms. Petrina Ngidengwa, Mrs. Rebecca M. Namwandi, Mr. Matthias Ndeshikea, Mr. Carol V. Otto, Ms. Sabrina Jacobs, Mr. Ofni Pinge, Roberto Derkse, Ms. Katrina Liswani, Ms. Abna Corretius, Mr. Obed Muluti. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, we have perused the CVs of the persons nominated in terms of section 6 of section 1 of the relevant act and have every reason to believe that they are sufficiently qualified to execute the mandate of the Employment Equity Commission. The CVs of the person nominated are available for the honorable member's scrutiny. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I have the honor to move for the approval of the appointment of the above mentioned persons for 3 years as members of the 8th Employment Equity Commission for your consideration. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I count on your support and I thank you.
Thank you very much. It is on the table. Members, you have an opportunity to look at this. The Honorable Kawandenge.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And by the way, as a footnote also, maybe to say hi to the SWAPO benches on the other side. Just a simple hi, a naughty hi for that matter. Say without saying anything.
I know we are getting to tea break.
Yes.
So you can continue with the hi after tea break.
Okay. No, thank you, Honorable Speaker. No, I just rise to make a short contribution, really. But honestly, there's no time. Really happy to see all the familiar faces, actually, for one particular reason, which I will reveal during the tea break. Honorable Speaker, one is prone to ask, what is this animal that we call employment? What animal is that? Because I really want to understand what kind of an email it is. For the simple reason that when we establish institutions of the state, they should be institutions that will address the core issues that affect our people. Because we spend money, we spend resources in those institutions. When we are asked as a parliament to approve the nomination of these distinguished members and Namibians, we must do so fully, or must be fully aware of what their duties are. And I have taken a liberty because I have a serious problem with the Employment Equity Commission as an institution of state. I took liberty to inquire as to what does this animal do among all other animals. At least I know that the National Assembly must legislate laws and pass laws. Now, briefly, it says its motto is to inquire whether a relevant employer has adopted affirmative action plan. Its mission or vision is to achieve employment equity through the elimination of employment barriers. The mission, every employer must reflect our national demographic profile. And this is where I'm having a problem, Honorable Speaker. Because to me, the Employment Equity Commission has failed miserably with a star for the past how many years since its establishment. And I will want to quantify why I'm saying it has failed. Because when you look around the demographic and the setup of our country and the many companies that continue to operate in this country, you will walk into a company and you will see all Chinese, from one to the manager, to the floor manager, to the who. Where is the employment? What is this entity? Even I cannot even remember its name. I'm trying to figure out the name. Where is it? We are a government that continues to give licenses to companies to operate and open shop in Namibia. But I think somewhere along the regulations and the chapters and the act that we have in this country, we must, or there are provisions to say, before you come and open shop here, you must be able to open up and employ Namibians. But this is not happening. Our people, the black Namibians, are at the receiving end in most of these companies. They are only there for the show, to say, no, we have a black person in this company, affirmative action whatsoever. But this person does not mean anything. Is that to blindside government? Is this what we are saying? And this is the institution that we are calling and asking Parliament to improve or to approve more members to go and serve at this institution? Is this what we are saying? And this whole question of affirmative action, fellow members, dames and Pierre and apples and Alice, what are we saying? What are we saying? Are we saying for the past how many years since the creation of the Employment Equity Commission, surely we will not reach that equity in 35 years? We still need to do more. But is the institution effective? Is the Equity Commission effective in carrying out its mandate? And that's where we have to start before we approve whoever we have to approve as members of the new Equity Commission. For me, it pains me as a person, as a Namibian, as a husband, as a singer, as a lawyer, as a man of many talents, actually. It pains me, Honorable Evelyn, you are sitting that side, luckily you are not here. It really pains me to see our people suffering continuously. Colleagues, perhaps we have to pause and ask that pivotal question. Should we revamp the Equity Commission in terms of its structures and its mandate? Should we perhaps relook as to what was the intention, the ratio, the intensity of the creation of the institution itself? Those that said and came up with the idea, Honorable Kawana, to create it.
Yeah.
What were they looking at? What was the end result? What was it that was supposed to be achieved by the Equity Commission?
Maybe
Because you want to become
maybe-
a minister, that's why now I want to interrupt.
I think you want to get into this subject matter. I thought it was a brief intervention, but it looks as if you want to go beyond tea break. Can we go for tea break and then come back and continue?
No.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah?
Thank you.
Katibulwe, Honorable Katibulwe.
I think there was a point of order from the Honorable Ifete.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. There was this point that was raised by Honorable Kawandenge regarding foreigners owning companies in our countries, and they will sometimes occupy all the positions. They are the owners, they are the managers, they are the cashiers, cleaner, and so on, whereby the concern was, what does employment equity do to a situation of that nature? It's a rather a point of information rather than a point of order, that the Employment Equity Commission do go to various institutions and they do give a report to that effect. But the challenge that we have been raising in this parliament, the penalties that such companies get, it's very, very low. One will be punished to pay only a 2,000, a 1,000, whereby most foreigners that do that, they don't feel the pain of paying that fine. The fine is very, very little. So my proposal will then be to the ministry that we need to relook at the fine, because foreigners are really capitalizing on the fines that we are having. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Honorable Kawandenge, I think he's actually complimenting you, isn't it?
Oh, Honorable Speaker, as I'm cruising towards conclusion, as if I'm a car, but I'm cruising, I just want to briefly agree with my colleague that perhaps it's an opportune time that we are discussing the new, what is it?
Members.
The new members. Through that, perhaps we have now an opportunity. I don't know why Honorable Kawana is doing that always to me, but I'm not wearing his hat today, so. But tomorrow I will obviously come with that hat. Where were I now?
New members. We are in the chamber. We are in the chamber.
You were saying that we are improving the system
Yes.
to strengthen.
Please help me out. At least that we have to improve and strengthen. I have no problem whatsoever really with the nominated members, but I think it's an opportune time for us to see whether the institution is lifting up to its core objective and the reasons why it was created. So with those few remarks, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Next, Honorable Nekundi.
Thank you very much, Comrade Speaker, and Happy New Year. Comrade Speaker, I rise to contribute to this submission by the Comrade Deputy Minister on the appointment of the Equity Commission commissioners. Comrade Speaker, there are two issues or three that I would like to table as I'm contributing to this very important submission. One, Comrade Speaker, is possibly to appreciate as we are approving this submission in accordance with the Act, which calls this appointment to be done by the Minister with approval of Parliament. And I believe that as lawmakers, everything that we must do must be informed by the law. I'm not sure whether I'm really correct, but I want to test whether what I've read is correct through the Committee Deputy Minister. The submission have two categories of members. It have the members, that is the substantive members, and it have the alternate members. I tried to peruse the Act. I could not find any area which have alternate members. Possibly it's there, possibly. I'm just trying to check, because when I read that, in the section dealing with the constitution of the commissioners, it does not have alternate. Now, assuming my discoveries is correct, that there is no alternate, will this approval stood to the test of legality if my discovery is correct? I just wanted to check that. Now, and if it is not, then discovery is incorrect and it does not. How do we then go about to utter the submission in order to conform to the principle or to the act on which this appointment relies upon? I think that's really my first submission, just to appreciate from that perspective of the speaker. Then the next angle, I do not want to be different, but also just to appreciate as we are discussing, because I said everything we do as lawmakers, and in particular this very important house and very important structure of the state. The two last rows, which have 4 names in it, well, it possibly the last, it speaks to the representing. But I'm not sure, Comrade Deputy Minister, whether the institution it is accrued from the Act. The last column is correct, but the institution from which these persons are drawn from, they are not in the Act, to find them in the Act. Couldn't we perhaps, it's not about the people, it's about the category, or the category in terms of the institution. Could we not structure it in such a fashion that it conforms to the Act? That's my inquiry. See, you have an institution. You will see the trade unions and all these things is correct. But when you look there below, the 2 rows, the bottom rows, the institution there, it is not found in anywhere in the Act. However, the representations thereof, it is correct. Only the institution. How do we address that issue as we are making the correct decision? But now, I have no issues with the interest group, neither the names of people. It's basically the institutions. That's only how I want it to be seen, that we do everything correct and don't get any challenge. The other issue that I want to check, Comrade Deputy Minister, the Employment Equity Commission, as a young nation, in the state where we are now, we are finding ourselves that we talk about youth unemployment, and it's a real issue about unemployment. And one would expect that such a pivotal voice is of paramount importance at such an important institution. Now, the law possibly does not have the category of youth, but it might possibly be accommodated in one way or the other in the framework of the Act, when it gives the powers to draw these members from certain categories of citizens. Could we possibly do a consideration, if it's covered already, that we also have representation on the youth? Very much important. And if it's not covered in the current format of the Act, will do harm through the ministry concerned, that then we make an amendment, obvious, in the next session of in the next parliament, that the possibility that also become an important category, very much important, Comrade Speaker. Why I'm saying that further is that when we look at, in particular, the graduates are mostly the one affected by the areas in which the Equity Commission primarily is trying to address that concern as a nation, Comrade Speaker. In that the graduates find themselves in the streets, then you find organizations who draws persons from the international communities as expatriates. Now, these people takes up obvious positions who could have been accommodating Namibians' youth. So therefore I'm saying it's not possibly important to accommodate them. The other issue that I want to look at in that perspective is also the issue of to what extent, and Honorable Kawandenge have said something to that effect, to what extent is there a synergy between the Commission, the Ministry of Labor, and the Immigration Board? Because those are very much important when dealing with employing people who are not Namibians at the expense of Namibians. What is the synergy there between these important structures of the state? Otherwise, it's going to become difficult. More so, to what extent does the Employment Equity Commission do find loopholes in the Act that makes these organizations bring in foreigners at the expense of Namibians, yet there are loopholes that are not covered. To what extent are they really advising the relevant ministers to amend the regulations or the Act in order to close those loopholes? Of paramount, Comrade Speaker, one must appreciate what these companies are doing, these organizations are doing nowadays. The law prescribes that you must advertise, I think, 1 time or 3 times. What they do is that they advertise and they put up this requirement that they so design that Namibians shall not qualify. But it's not, if you look on the global scale, it is not a benchmark. It's to exclude Namibians, in particular the young people, and bring the foreigners. So therefore, it is much important in order to address the issue of render black, which is a serious situation in Namibia. I think render black. So you find somebody come in Namibia, somebody from Holland or Poland or wherever else. This person comes and says, look, this person is there, he have got an understudy. But this understudy is kept in the corner of the organization. He have no clue what is happening. 5 years down the line, this person is not ready. 10 down the line, this person is not ready. This one go back, they bring another one. So to what extent are we addressing this? Because that is a crack that needs to be addressed by this. I think, Comrade Speaker, I'm therefore then saying, as we are doing this, can we suggest that then these fellow Namibians, as they are going there, they advise the minister to amend the object of the Act, which is Section 4, and also the powers of the Commission, which is under Section 5. So I think that is paramount if we want the Commission to have the necessary powers to implement, to ensure that the intention of the Act is fully implemented and that there is no room left in the vacuum that our people can be manipulated, that the system of our government can be manipulated to the benefit of the foreigners at the expense of our citizenry. I so submit.
Thank you. Honorable Dienda.
time. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to contribute on this submission from our Honorable Deputy Minister. Honorable Deputy Minister, before I give my contribution, I want to ask you one question. When will the affirmative action come to an end? When will it come to an end? It's now 35 years after independence. Yes, he must answer me.
No, what I thought, he's going to have a chance to respond to all the queries.
Yes, but this is my first question.
Yeah.
I'm asking this question, Honorable Speaker, because this affirmative action is for all previously disadvantaged people. But we must understand this context of previously disadvantaged people. Because a white lady is also previously disadvantaged. Yes, but we don't implement that part. Let me finish. You are so many, are you all the deputy ministers of labor here? So, and on top of that, Honorable Speaker, why I'm having a concern with it, when we are talking about affirmative action, are we looking at the surname is a black surname? It's affirmative action. Not everybody, not all black people in Namibia are black. They are coloreds, but they fall under black. They are bastards falling under black. They fall under black, but their surname is not a black surname. Yeah. You are having the San people. They are not black. They are black, but their surname is not black. So how did we decide who is more blacker than the other one? And I want to start here at Parliament. Yes. When you look into the categories of who must be appointed into which position, you cannot say, no, it was a black person. Which black person? Which category did you appoint here? This is the concern that we are talking about. So we are not equal when we are black. We are not all equal. Some are more equal black than the others. Some are more equal. What about others? So we must not look into, no, the category is previously disadvantaged people and all blacks qualify. And then you discriminate against certain people because they are not black enough to qualify to be part of the affirmative action. This is my first question on this one. Secondly, still on the affirmative action. Now you have interviews, and it is stated previously disadvantaged person must be appointed. Now you look into who is it. Okay, they score the people. Then the person, even the one who scored the best, cannot get their job because you are being seen as not previously disadvantaged. Number 7 in the interview got the job. And then we are asking what is wrong in our country. We are messing up our own country. We are messing it up. We don't take the best people to get the jobs. We don't take them. So now you are taking the last one and you want to see improvements, you want us to perform. You cannot perform with the one who did not even perform in the interview. We are looking for disasters. Let the best person start getting the job. Stop these things of bringing the worst people to come and run our companies. And then we don't understand why are we failing as a nation. It's because that's why I'm asking. When will this affirmative action stop so that our children in school can compete with each other fairly? Fairly must they compete with, because there is not a child in this country who are being discriminated against to go to school. No child in Namibia are discriminated against that enemy. So let us equal the grounds. Let people go study and the best person get the job. Now, not the worst person. Please, let's look into these things. Now I want to go to my third one. Amushilele has become the Minister of Labor here in this country. Yes, Amushilele is the Minister of Labor. Because Amushilele goes where the Minister of Labor cannot go or don't want to go. And Honorable Ifete, I didn't know why did you answer on behalf of the Deputy Minister, but let me tell you something, what is life? This commission, believe me, they are not doing site visits. They are receiving fake reports from companies. Fake reports from companies. I'm telling you today. I was a HR. Fake report.
Is that a point of order?
On a point of order, for us to leave it that the commissioners, they do not do visit and the reports are fake, it's not true at all. Myself, I was a commissioner there, and I say it here many a times, not only today, almost every year when we speak about these subject matters. We do go there physically. We do go in the field. There is officials at Employment Equities that even go there, and all institutions, most probably including these ones, they are required even to fill in the compliance of it. The challenge is the fine, colleagues. When you are found guilty, that punishment is peanuts. And that's a challenge.
Thank you.
Let's correct that.
I just want to make an appeal.
Wait, let me first end.
Honorable member, we don't have much time. To the point and make a point in a manner that is all understood, and then let's get on with the job. Let us not act as if we got all the time in the world. Our time is so limited, and I really want to get this job so that we can clear the order papers. Honorable member, please go continue.
Honorable Speaker, we have time until the 19th of March.
No. But we,
So I don't understand.
but
You
we have a
to
lot
rush
to
me.
do. That's what I'm saying. Let us not talk as if we, it's like.
Now must I talk like somebody's in the church?
Yeah, but honestly, you can sum up this thing.
If I
But
sum up
I'm
anything,
looking
let's
at
say
the
it is not
pace at which we are moving. Is really
I must explain to the people,
okay.
Honorable Speaker.
Okay. You were on your third issue, please.
Yes, I'm on my third issue of this fake reports. You are not the only person who are a commissioner. You are not PDM. You saw our names here.
Let's just go to the point.
No, I must answer him also too, because he's also fake.
We are hearing both of you. People are very impatient. Just go to the point now.
There's also commissioner here. She was commissioner. We got reports from our commissioner.
We heard that. We heard
you
that.
didn't hear that part. You didn't hear that part. He said he was a commissioner. No, I'm saying
to the point now.
PDM also have commissioners there. There's Roberto Dulce is there. She was there. Whoever was there. We have our reports. You are fake, Honorable. You don't want to tell the truth. Leave me in peace. So, Honorable Speaker, what I am saying, even these companies, Honorable, these companies, South African, American, those companies, when they are coming here, they must have an understudy. And that understudy cannot be more than 3 years. This year you report you have an understudy. Next year you report you have an understudy. Understudy is only there for a certain time. But that understudy is there for life. So if you are saying that the commission go out physically to inspect these things, then you cannot sit with the understudy there for life. This is where the problem comes in. And these people, Honorable Speaker, to be honest with you, just look at the people at ShopRite. They are working there for 10 years at ShopRite, only on contract, no permanent, only on contracts. And if you are saying that the commission are looking into these reports, then you should have picked it up that people are working for 10 and 20 years on contracts without being permanently employed. So how? I cannot find it. It's either our commissioners are afraid for action. I am having a case now, Honorable, and I will come to you, Deputy Minister, of somebody who was dismissed from work from a South African company, but they didn't even pay out the person severance pay, which is in the Labour Act of this country. So if our people are complaining about these things, it seems somebody are being bribed under the door. And that's why there is no justice. And that's why Amushilela is taking over the role of the Minister of of labor. Go to these Chinese people, they are getting a mere $500 per month. Tell me who is visiting these companies there, the Chinese companies. Which commissioners? They are not doing site visits. They are just going on reports, which I'm saying it's fake reports, because the content and what is going on the ground are two different things. So let me finish, Honorable Speaker. I think you are very irritated with me. So, Honorable Speaker, even here at Parliament, as I said, show me when last was equity commissioner people, when last did you come here, approve the reports and say, no, we are happy because affirmative actions apply here. We are bringing not only one tribe because they are black now, everybody is now black, but you forget there are other people who are lesser black than the other one. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, Honorable Shirare.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I was just going to arise on the point of information, having served on the Equity Commission for 2 terms, and there wasn't any term that we went to cite. In fact, it was something I suggested because we were questioning the authenticity of the reports that were provided. Some were actually duplication of previous reports submitted. Those were the little mishaps that we felt there was a need to do site visits. And if that's the case, if that's an improvement from the Commission side that now site visits are done, then it's applaudable. I would also like to contribute, but can I postpone this to tomorrow, please? Can I? To tomorrow morning? Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. No? Yes?
But, Honorable Member, please make your contribution.
No. I want to, but then I would like to contribute properly. That is not why I was, is tomorrow strictly tribute? Then Thursday. Thursday is
Okay.
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 No, it's fine. Okay.
Are you done? You are done. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Any further contribution? The floor is open. In the absence of any further contribution, Deputy Minister, would you wish to reply?
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, and I appreciate those who have taken the floor to comment and then to ask questions. The Equity Commission, as I said, it was established by an Act of Parliament, that is 1998. As one member has already said, 35 years ago. And its purpose was then to address the imbalances at the workplaces arising from the discrimination for socioeconomic dispensation. And I must say, the Commission did a wonderful job. They did inspect, they came up with new recommendations to ensure that most of the disadvantaged people are on board of most of the institutions and companies. And I must say, Rome was not built in one day. Rome was not built in one day, and Namibia was also not built. Yes, we are 35 years old, but we are continuing to improve day by day, year by year, and decade by decade. So we are not perfect. So on the issue which was mentioned by Comrade Dienda, when we will stop as an Equity Commission, as long as we are human beings. It will always be uneven. Yes. As long as we are human beings, this trend will always continue. You will
Men
have
will dominate women.
disparities.
Just take the floor.
So we'll continue, and definitely the Equity Commission will continue. Yeah, on the issue of fake reports and so on, I must say I'm really disappointed by members of this August House who come up and say reports are fake. We are proving it in this August House. What are you approving? Fake reports?
We are approving reports in this house. It's not true. That is not true. We don't approve reports here in this house.
Honorable member, the honorable member is on the floor. I'm not given the floor. So I don't know. We are already long-standing members in this house. One speaks when you are given the floor. For God's sake, please continue.
Thank you so much. And on the issue of that Amushelelo is the one running the Ministry of Labor, that's a myth. So we know who's the Minister of Labor. So, and I must say our inspectors are going out there. We have provided reports, even on the budget. We've mentioned it here. So that our inspectors are going out and inspect these workplaces. So, and the reports are with you. So,
Very good.
and on the other issue, which was mentioned by Honorable Nekundi about the Equity Commission and the immigration, I must say the Equity Commissioner is represented on the Immigration Tribunal Board, so which take care of most of the issues which you have mentioned. And on the issue of the youth are part and parcel of the board. Most of them, if you look at on the representation, you'll find youth members on the commission.
Okay.
Yeah, what else? Yeah, basically that's
We are
all.
done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I now put the question that the appointment of the reappointment of members of the Employment Equity Commission be approved. Are there any objections? None? Then it's agreed to. Thank you very much. Let's make progress. I'm now turning to the second notice of a motion is the one of the Honourable Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform. Does the Honourable Minister move the motion? Thank you very much. Who seconds the motion? Thank you. Any objection? None? Agreed to. Honourable Minister, you have the floor.
Honourable Speaker, honourable members, it's my honour to stand before you and deliver the statement pertaining to the Government of Republic of Namibia's intention to expand the communal lands of Ochimbingwe in the Irongo region, of Aminus in the Omaheke region, and Obitoto in the Otjinomjupa region. Communal land and the coinage of land is a tenure system that is recognized and legally provided for in the Republic of Namibia. After Namibia gained her independence in 1990, the government of the Republic of Namibia resolved to maintain the communal land tenure status on state land, which were previously communal areas where the user rights were exercised under the customary regimes under various traditional authorities. These respective traditional authorities, after being recognized, are mandated to manage the communal land resources in the best interests of their traditional communities. The majority of Namibians, in fact, live on communal land, where they are deriving their livelihoods from. Furthermore, slightly more than half of Namibia's national cattle herd is kept by farmers living on communal land. Given the above, you will agree with me that the grazing area in communal land needs to be managed sustainably, and consequently, where congestion and resulting overgrazing is evident, measures to decongest by enlarging the communal areas is required. Having said that, Honourable Speaker, the Government of the Republic of Namibia has expanded traditional authorities, communal land areas, before. This has been done as a means to restorative measures by giving land to the Namibians and the relief grazing pressure on communal areas. The commercial farm Uitdrai and the farm Kamandi Mund were added to the Ochimbingwe communal area in the Orango region. That was previously. The farm Gros Ochimune and the farm Ochimune were added to the Omaheke communal areas, still in the, to the Okombahe communal areas, still in the Orango region. Farm Haikas was added to Falkras communal areas in Karas region, while farm Klein Swartmodder was added to Wachanos communal areas in Karap and Hardar region. Honourable Speaker, honourable members, the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform is persistently receiving requests from traditional authorities and individuals for resettlement and for the expansion of traditional communities' communal area due to the unavailability of grazing area for the livestock. However, the expansion of communal area and communal land can only happen when the Ministry acquired commercial farms and add them to Schedule 1 of the Communal Land Reform Act, Act number 5 of 2002, as amended. The Ministry has responded positively to the above requests by acquiring the following commercial farms with the purpose to relieve grazing pressure in communal areas. First, the remaining extent of portion A of the farm Okungava, number 72, measuring 15,160.19 hectare. This farm will be added to the Ochimbingwe communal area. Farm Osema, number 63, measuring 5,374 hectare, 0.39. This farm will be added to the Obitoto communal area. Farm Guzinde, number 197, measuring 3,753.93 hectare. This farm will be added also to the Obitoto communal area. And then fourth, Farm Alpha, number 628, measuring 6,767.6098 hectare, which will be added to the Aminos communal area in Omaheke. The combined size of the above farms is about 56.1189 hectare. To again, 31,056.1189 hectares. The farms were acquired for a combined cost of 66,909,803 million Namibian dollars. Honourable members, the expansion of communal areas is in line with the first and second National Land Conference resolutions, which resolved that communal areas sustain a great majority of Namibian farmers, especially subsistence farmers. The said conference therefore concluded that communal areas be retained, developed and expanded. This was due to the fact that the majority of Namibian people live in these overcrowded communal areas with limited grazing resources available. I must further state that the expansion of the communal area was also supported by our late President, Dr. Hage Geingob. You may rest in peace. The late President directed that communal area must be expanded to relieve grazing pressure. The Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform has fulfilled this directive now and is and his desire by acquiring farms we have mentioned before the expansion communal areas process previously. Honourable Speaker, Section 16.1 of the Communal Land Reform Act, that is Act 5 of 2002, as amended, states that the President, with the approval of the National Assembly, may by proclamation in the Gazette declare any defined portion of unalienated state land to be communal land. It is with the above view that I'm here today to seek the honourable member's support so that I can submit to His Excellency the President the request to declare the above mentioned farms as communal land and add and expand the respective communal areas. I so submit.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Any further contribution? Yes? Honorable Kawandenge?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, it is straightforward and perhaps also adhering to your earlier call that we must speed up. But I just raised to, sometimes we differ politically, Honorable Speaker, from the different eyes. And when we forget sometimes to say thank you as well.
Yeah.
Or to recognize whenever there is something good that comes from government. And I'm reminded that I must say SWAPO party government. And I have no problem even to say that. Honorable Minister, I just rose up to say thank you and please also to pass our gratitude to the whole cabinet and the government at large for that gesture. For the simple reason that I personally stay in the Ambi News constituency and I know how overcrowded we are. What is my what? My farm. I was not a beneficiary yet. Honorable Katamelo. So just to say thank you. But Honorable Minister, in a parting word, perhaps also to take it back to Cabinet to say the current provisions as far as the drought relief programs, the measures put in place by the government, seems not to really be responsive to the need because the help comes always late after cattle have died in ATCD. But of course, I don't want to get into that now. It might just take too long. But just to say thank you to the SWAPO-led government. You are happy.
Thank you. Honorable Prince?
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I just rise to support the expansion of the mentioned communal areas. It is a welcome gesture, Honorable Minister. It is, however, very important that we should tell the government, our government, to increase the budget of land acquisition. Because the 15 million that is budgeted for has become very small over these years. And government cannot make a significant impact by resettling and expansion of communal land. You will agree with me, Honorable Minister, that some communal areas have become very small or are very small because of the population that had grown in those areas. The grazing has been totally depleted. These people don't have any other place to go. Therefore, I would urge the Minister to plead with the government to increase
the budget for land acquisition so that people could be, or the communal land could be expanded. There are communities in our country that still do not have communal land. And that should also be addressed, Honorable Minister.
Okay.
And I know that the government knows after these 35 years, there are still communities who do not have communal land. And 35 years for communities not to have land which they could call theirs, we cannot be happy with it. With these few remarks, Honorable Minister, I support the expansion of the communal areas. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, Honorable Nekongo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to thank the government of SWAPO, but I'm prompt, Comrade Minister, also to give you the cry of the people of Omitara. I visited that place now twice. The people are living in that corridor. I know government have made a farm available, but perhaps also, Comrade Minister, hear the cry of those people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, as I'm seated here, I'm getting a message from Obitoto communal community. And they are basically, I think on behalf of those who have been so assisted by the government, as per the announcement, the Honorable Minister, they would like you to come to Okanjira to thank you in person and to, as a way of basically expressing a befitting sense of appreciation and thanks. I'm not supposed to do this, but being a resident of Vitoto, I thought I should transmit that goodwill to the Honorable Minister. That said and done, I now put the question that the motion be. Oh, Honorable Minister, do you wish to reply before I jump the gun?
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Thank you very much to the members that supported this motion. I hear the plea for more of this similar action to relieve pressure that are in existence, and that is understood. We have got, on the land reform side, huge pressure, both on the resettlement side and on the communal side, to decongest communal areas and to better manage the scarce resources that we have, while our population is growing. So population pressure and grazing pressure are clashing, and it makes the task difficult. We have some financial constraints that say, if we expand the budget beyond sustainability, we will have other complications that will hit us that makes the gain that we get maybe undone again. So I think we live in an environment that is difficult. But I hear, and I can commit, that our government the SWAPO government is very serious with giving and delivery on land reform, so that we ultimately have the restorative action completed and that we have a more balanced land ownership in this country. That is the prime objective, but that land ownership must go along with productive activities on the land so given. We cannot give scarce resources like land and then they go to waste. That cannot be done. So I'm happy that we come this far. Honourable Speaker, I am grateful for the kind words that I have received from the Obitoto community, but I must caution you, the process is not finished. It is now up and the prerogative of the President to, in fact, sign the proclamation. And once I have that document, I will make a point to go to these traditional authorities and hand it over as proof that it is now communal land. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It is extremely positive and it is heartwarming, but I know we must put to a good use the land that is at the disposal of the communities. I now put the question that the motion to expand the communal areas be adopted. Any objections? Then it's agreed to? Yes. Thank you very much. We move on. We want to make progress. The third notice of the motion, the one of the Honorable Motu, and due to the absence of the Honorable Member, I suppose we defer this matter until further notice. And well, we have actually exhausted our agenda for today, and we are almost on time. So can I just remind you, tomorrow we'll return at the usual time to spend some time in extending our tribute to the founding father, and for that, the House stands adjourned until tomorrow at the usual time. Sorry? Oh, whose birthday? So how come you didn't draw the attention? It's never late. We wish you happy birthday, excellent good health, and a bright future. Now, until tomorrow, the usual time. Thank you.